New reel from Shimano. Limited colors from Megabass. We bring you guys a new hook brand. And we got clashes in high and low. That's what's new at the Hookup Tackle.
Welcome to the Hookup Tackle.
Oh, what a stud.
Yeah. Look at that.
That was sick.
Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday.
All right, guys, some breaking
This is
news.
what's this week at the Hookup Tackle.
What a beautiful post-spawn fish.
Look at that.
Look at that gut on that. That's a nice fish.
What's up, everybody? It's Griff from the Hookup Tackle. Here to bring you this week's What's New. Ben is out of town again, trying to find some new cool stuff.
He's always out of town.
Yeah, it's been a while since I sat in the seat.
What, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. No, Ben is actually, he's got some cool meetings lined up, so we'll see what he comes back with. How have you been?
I've been doing the same. No fishing.
Okay.
It's still hot.
Yes.
And no motivation to go bass fishing. So
I don't think anyone in Arizona has the motivation.
I
Dude.
think we all ran out of that.
It's
Things have slowed down.
it's hot, and then now the monsoon's here, so it's humid.
Yeah, it took forever to finally get here. And we're like, oh god. Yeah, right now it's cloudy, but it's humid.
Yeah. It looks like it should be 60 degrees out, but
It's-
it's 102.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff. Let's talk about some stuff.
Okay.
All right. So
Ooh.
we have,
Starting off with the big boys.
yeah, we've got with Mike over at Working Class Zero. We collabed on a release here, so we're gonna bring you some clashes. Tiny Clash low, Tiny Clash high.
Yep.
I really have no clue. Right? So we're gonna let you talk about it and just inform the people of what's going on with this stuff.
Okay, so the
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, no. Oh, I've got to sit down in the seat too?
Okay, I haven't sat in this seat in a very long time. This feels very weird. I don't know how Griff and Ben do this. The spotlights are so warm and hot, and it's not good. But we are looking at the original one that most guys know about, and that is the Tiny Clash in the low version. This is very similar to how the Clash 9 is in the low version as well, where it's gonna do really well right below the surface, like a foot down to 3 or 4 feet on lighter line. If you can work the bait and get it down, if you add different weights to it, it's just your standard awesome little bait. Now, what a lot of guys don't know is that the high float is actually quite different than the low. It's gonna be lighter, and it's gonna be sitting much higher in the water column. So what a lot of guys are gonna use a high float for is for waking on the surface. You can wake this bait much faster and it won't dive as deep. So it's a great one if you want something that's higher up in the water column. If you want it to fish like a traditional crankbait, the high float is definitely the way to go. It just has a much better cover deflection, as well as a slightly bit different head action, just because there's less weight in that head. So if you want just your standard, you can crank it, you can wake it, you can also get it to glide really well. You'll just go with the low float. But if you want something that's different, you want it to be more higher up in the water column, if you're fishing over grass or fishing it more like a crankbait, I definitely recommend going with the high float. Then going much bigger, talking about the Clash 9, we see the Clash 9 in the high version. Now, the high version does have a noticeable rattle. And it is, what did you say, half an ounce lighter? Half an ounce lighter than the normal low. So what I've noticed with the Clash 9 high, I don't fish it like a glide because it's not weighted to be a glide. You can get it to glide, but it doesn't do very well. So when it comes down to the high version, I will normally fish it like a crankbait or fish it like a wake bait, slow up on top of the water, and it's got a nice little wobble in action. Gilbert over at Working Class Zero, he likes to crank his just because the cover deflections really well on the high flow. They have different lips, like a deeper diving lip that you could throw in these baits to get them further down, and they basically just act like a deep diving crankbait, just in a much larger profile. So it's something different that a lot of guys aren't implementing, that we're starting to see, that nobody really cares about the high, but the high can come into play for live scope fish. A lot of guys are using it for that, where they're seeing the fish, they crank it down, and it's gonna have a high float, and then go back down, float, go back down, and it just gets right in the fish. It shows them something different that they haven't really seen, because a lot of the live scope fish, they're just seeing the classic sunken glide bait. So if you show them something different, they might bite it, and you might catch more fish than the next guy with the live scope. And then finally we see the Klash Joker. Now the Klash Joker, a lot of you guys may not even know what this is, because most people only focus on like the Tiny Klash and the K9, but DRT, they make a really good wake bait, and that's the Klash Joker. It's a much thicker bait. All right, so here is a look at the Klash Joker. It's a very fat wake bait, but it's really light. It's 3 ounces. Doesn't really feel like it, but it's because it's, for the most part, very hollow. So it's light. It's got a big profile. It pushes a ton of water. Now this is the American version, so no rattles in it. The JDM version does have a rattle in it. It's pretty loud, but this version here, it looks great on the slow wake. I know, Griff, you've been fishing this one lately and you really like it.
Love that thing.
It's gotten a lot of fish for you.
Yeah.
It's got a great sound to it, even though it doesn't have a rattle. It's got a great knock to it. So this is a really fun wake bait that the guys that do fish them, they know that it gets bit. So, and it comes in that great color, that Joythief. And then we also see some accessories to go with these baits. So one of my favorite accessory is the G Guard for both the Tiny Klash and the K9. So the G Guard kit, you're gonna get these 2 wires here. Now one wire is gonna be for no lip, then the other one is going to be for a lip. And how these basically work is, I'll show you guys the lip one first. So you have, this is just the normal Tiny Klash. What I normally like to do is I take out the lip first without breaking it. And so now you're gonna want it shaped just like this when you have it going through the bait, where that angle is gonna be going this way. So you're gonna take your bait here, you're going to run the G Guard through the eyelet up to this cut up here. So it's gonna look something like that. Then you're going to take your lip and run it into the bait again until it snaps into place like that. And boom, you have the guard. Now what the guard does is it just allows you to fish this bait on the bottom, and it protects that hook. So when you're coming up to a piece of cover, it'll just run over it. So it helps with not snagging if you're wanting to crank this bait down and fish it on the bottom. I use this G Guard a lot when it comes down to the Tiny Klash, because a lot of the times during like the winter and early spring, I'll be slowly kind of just ticking the bottom with the Tiny Klash. I fish some gnarly urban spots, and basically any spot where there's a bunch of fishermen, you're probably going to have a bunch of line, and there's going to be a bunch of obstacles. And so when you have that G Guard, it's going to allow you to get that bait through some of that gnarly stuff. So that is the G Guard for the lip. Now you have the one without needing a lip in the bait, and it basically has prongs that are similar to how like the lip is. So basically you kind of just squeeze it in. So you just snap it in there, you squeeze it together, and then that front part just goes over your line tie. So when you tie it on, just in case, you don't want it just flying off and you lose it. So now that you have it attached, you can line tie or use a snap or whatever and tie on your bait. Now, what that does is very similar to how the one with the lip does, but I know guys like to run this in like a glide mode or skimming over grass or stuff like that, or fishing on rocks, trees, and stuff like that when you're fishing it in the glide mode. So it just allows you to, you know, just cover deflect when you're in that glide mode, which is really nice to have. So we have the G Guard in the Tiny Klash as well as the K9, so you're able to do it on both the smaller bait and the much larger bait as well. Okay, and then to round out some of the accessories that we just have spare tails. The normal tail for the Tiny Klash and the K9 and the brown color we have. We also have a K9 V-tail, which is used for cranking. Then we have a spare Joker tail as well. And then finally we see some more of those minnow lips or the short lip for the Tiny Klash come back in stock as well. So that is the new DRT products into the shop. It's just crazy because we just had a release like a month ago and we're seeing more Clashes back in the shop. So hopefully it's an uptrend and we see more baits come in, or maybe another special color run someday in the future. So yeah, that is DRT for this week.
All right, thank you, Jeff. All right, so I probably couldn't have gotten through that. I could have made up some bullshit, but it wouldn't have been the right thing to say. Right, especially those guards. I literally thought you had to put them all in the fucking slot.
Oh no, yeah.
Even the one with the lip.
Yep.
That's how I was gonna try it.
Yeah, those guards are actually really legit,
Yeah.
and they work like pretty well overall.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right, Jeff. So, you guys got to play with the new Corrado when you guys were at ICAST.
Yep.
Ben had good things to say about it.
Yeah, feels good.
It feels really good.
Yeah.
These just came in yesterday.
Oh, nice.
So, it's the first time some of us are even touching it.
Mhm.
It feels really good. It's small.
Yes.
Compared to the old Corrado
Mhm.
200. So it's palm size, 200 size spool in
It's a
there.
good spool.
Super smooth. And they went with that same green color that's on that Corrado MGL,
Mhm.
but with a little bit of black in there, so it's styled pretty well.
Yeah.
Anybody that uses a Corrado knows that this is a workhorse of a reel. It can handle whatever you want to throw at it. It'll throw heavy stuff. It'll throw medium-sized stuff. You'll flip with it. Throw a small swim bait with it. You can just do whatever you want with it. Super smooth, super sick reel.
Do we have
Brand
any
new.
lefties?
No. Brand new Corrado 200M in 6, 7, and 8 gear ratios in a right hand. All right, guys. I think Ben posted on his Instagram. There's some colors from old Respect drops that have resurfaced in the shop.
Look at those.
We restocked in a certain color, so this is going to be that GPIU and the Pop Max. I got GP Pro Blue. GP Pro Blue is a core color in Megabass, but we don't ever see it in a Pop Max.
That's true.
Like
Yep.
it's not a thing.
It looks good in
Right?
it too.
And it looks amazing in it. GPIU in the 110. All right. So if you missed out on some of it and you wanted to grab it, check the website now. It's definitely limited, so just grab what you can. And staying on Megabass, recently we announced that we were getting limited colors. We did a pre-sale, a pre-order on them. I got Northern Secret
Ooh.
and GLX Spawn Cherry,
Ooh.
but I got it in all the baits.
No way.
Yeah. So
Oh,
Vision
snap.
110.
Look at that.
Yep. X80 Trick Darter. 110 plus 2.
Whoa.
All right. We rarely ever see anything special come in a 110 plus
Never.
2.
Wow.
All right. So we got you in a 110 plus 2, 110 Junior, and 110 plus 1. All right. If you pre-ordered and you are still waiting for your pre-orders, those were shipped out already. So you will be receiving them shortly. If you're not familiar with these colors,
Something wrong with you.
yeah, the fuck is wrong with you?
Which of these two colors are your favorites?
Oof. It's hard.
That's hard. Both are so... They go hand in hand for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, they're both really good colors, and I usually only throw jerkbaits for smallmouth,
Mm-hmm.
and they're great smallmouth colors.
Yeah.
All right. So your Northern Secret, all right, This color is super sick because there's so many colors in
There's
it.
a lot going on with it.
Yeah, so if you look at it, it looks like a transparent purple.
Yep.
Right? But if you look towards the top, you can see that it's brown.
Yes.
Right? It's purple, but in every angle changes the color on there, right? And another cool thing about it is all this chartreuse that's under here,
Yeah.
it actually shines through the top also
that's so sick.
because of the transparency. So that chartreuse shines really hard,
Mm-hmm.
right? Look at this. Boom.
A dirty color.
Yeah. So when you look at it in the box, it looks pretty basic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But when you take it out of the box, it's, I mean,
Dude, it shines, right?
and we've only ever really seen it in the Junior Plus
Yes.
One,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when it comes in these bigger baits, you can really see how the color comes through.
Yeah.
Yeah, super sick on that. GLX Spawn Cherry, it's been around for years. It pops up every now and again. But it's almost the same way. There's like a lime green or like a subtle green in there. Pink top with that black hint there. And I think this is what's happening. This chartreuse down here mixed with the pink is creating this green tint in it.
I love that color.
Yeah, it's a good color. I love it in clear water,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll catch fish in any water condition. It's pretty cool. So we got that and those baits. If you didn't pre-order and you're waiting, they're here. All right, guys. So everybody has been asking us to bring in BKK hooks.
Finally.
Right?
You've
And
been listening to me.
we have them. All right. And
We have a lot of them.
I feel like I have everything. So we're just gonna do a quick rundown of what they have to offer, and we'll just talk about it. All right. So in treble hooks, they have the Spear 21 SS. All right. Spear 21 SS is a round bend treble hook. All right. And what they're calling a medium gauge.
That's a medium gauge?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So
Good heavens.
just to tell you guys, none of these hooks are light wire. All right, these hooks are thick. You are not gonna, you're gonna lose everything that you snag.
Nothing's getting bent out.
Yeah, nothing's getting bent out. These hooks are hardcore, dude.
Yeah.
They're hardcore. I mean, look how thick that tiny hook is.
Dude, what is
Yeah.
that, a size 14?
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
god.
gonna sink a 110. I mean, if you are looking for a hardcore hook,
Yeah,
which
there's-
most people are nowadays,
Mhm.
people are getting a little bit tired of replacing hooks to these light, skinny hooks. BKK is going to fill that gap because there's nothing light wire about them,
Yeah.
and they have what's called a super slide coating
Yep.
on them. So similar to like a Teflon coat, it's just going to penetrate and it's going to slide in.
Yep.
Right, super easy. You're not going to
And it's
need.
gonna stay sharp
Yeah.
as well.
You're not going to need major hook sets, you know. So the Spear 21 SS is going to be your round bend. And then you have your Spear EWG 71 SS.
Mm.
All right. Super crazy gap on this hook.
Mm-hmm.
When you need that short shank hook, when that bite is so aggressive and a round bend is just not keeping them pinned, you need to go to a wide gap, and that's going to keep them. That's going to get in there. It's going to lock that fish in there when he's shaking and thrashing, and it's going to keep that fish closer to the bait.
That's wide.
Yeah, it's wide, dude. And this one is a size 2.
That's a size 2?
Size 2.
Really? That's
Yeah.
really small for a size
It's
2.
a small size 2, but it's super thick, so it's probably going to weigh like a ST36, but it's a lot smaller.
It's fairly light.
These are so new to us. I haven't had a chance
Yeah.
to go try them out.
Right.
They look great. A lot of people have been talking about them.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
So we're gonna give them a shot. See how you guys like them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We also have the Fang 62 UA. All right. So this one is also gonna be. It's like a in the middle of a wide gap and a round bend, but it's also not made out of the same material. You can see it's like a saltwater style hook
Yep.
on that. So you can see it. The saltwater hooks look more brighter than the freshwater hooks, but there goes that right there. Pretty hardcore. You're gonna have like wide gap hooks in the Chimera. All right, and then these hooks, none of these things are going to be made for light lines,
Mm.
right? So they want you to use medium to heavy lines, you know,
Mhm.
12s and up. Again, a super thick hook,
Yep.
super hardcore, and all of them have that super slide finish on them. We have the Nemesis. All right. So this one is the one they say for medium lightweight. It's a smaller hook. It's still got that wide gap on there. One thing you're going to notice about the BKK hooks is, like, on these, they're going to tell you what they recommend. So this one says creatures and shads, and then, you know, your flipping hook will be flipping and stuff like that. They're going to tell you what they recommend on the packaging right there. So there's that. Your small hooks, your Nemesis. So your standard worm hook, worms and flukes, is going to be your basilisk hook right there. All right, so gonna be your standard worm bend. It's gonna be longer hook, smaller gap. There you go. And then your siren is gonna be your lightweight version of that. Everybody loves a heavy duty flipping hook. All right, the heavy cover right there, and a small swim bait hook. All right, they're calling it a worm hook. In the back, they got a picture of a swim bait on it. All right, so this is going to be your screw lock style hook in there. They all come with these swim bait hooks. All come with this little piece of rubber.
A little keeper.
Yeah, so you put it under the bait so the bait doesn't slide back down the hook. All right, and you'll see on some of the other models. I'll show you that. Drop shot hook. This is a hardcore drop shot hook right here.
That one is, yeah.
Oh, she thick. Yeah. So if you're having issues with drop shot hooks bending out, still super lightweight. It's gonna take a little bit more to bend this one out. So if you're running through a little bit of cover, rocky area, this is a great option for you right there. Well, this is gonna be a bigger version of that swim bait hook I just showed you guys. It's called the Titan Rider. All right. So it has this square bend on it, which is going to line up pretty well with the swim bait. Your screw lock on there, and then your bait keeper right there. All right. So pretty interesting bend. So there's been a lot of debate whether the rounder bend or the square bend keeps fish pinned better. That's going to be really up to you. I don't think one has an advantage over the other, but some people will think that one of them does, and if that's the way that you like to fish it, hey, I got you right here. And I have the Titan Rider with the blade.
Ooh.
Right? So this one is a set weight on this Titan Rider right here. It's got the blade on there, your standard flat or bladed swim bait hook with the weight. I also have this one here called the Titan Rider. So this is going to be your big swim bait hook, you know, your 6/0, 7/0, 8/0. This is a beast of a hook.
Yeah, it's a massive hook.
Yeah. So cool thing about it is this will be your standard swim bait hook and your bladed swim bait hook. It's got this super cool little clasp down here. It's like a quick release on that right there.
I like that.
Yeah, that release is
So you
pretty
can
cool.
put a blade on or not without
Yep.
having to change the hook completely on the bait,
Yep.
which is nice.
Yeah, and it's customizable to where you want the weight.
That's right, you can move it.
Yeah, you can move the weight up. You can switch it however you want it. And then if your weight gets banged up, you just take it off and there's a replacement in the package
That's
for
right.
you.
Yeah.
You want to make it smaller, you can add a smaller weight to it. I mean, it's a well thought out hook.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. The bait keeper is there. This one's neat. I really like this one.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah. And then that option with the that little quick snap, it's super fast and easy. Boom. It's
Easy.
on there. You're not messing with split rings, just a quick snap and bam, it's on there. So everybody that loves the quick snap idea, the BKK snaps are all designed like that. All right, so they're gonna be in that quick snap form. Easy on, easy off. If you like to switch baits on your snaps.
Yep.
I normally don't even, I just put my snaps on and leave them on the bait
Yeah.
and cut and retie anyway.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a pinch and I need to, This is just easy on, easy off. Let me grab a bait and show you. They made it really simple. There's been other ones on the market where you couldn't really tell which was the top and which one was the bottom. But obviously on this round side, you tie it. The angled end of it, you just put in your bait and you put it on. Boom, it's right there.
That was fast.
Yeah, it's super fast. And then to get it out, you just twist it back through. Boom, just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier when it's actually tied to your line.
You're right.
You have a little bit more leverage. And then, well, we've been waiting for all our lives, guys.
Oh, thank God. Game changer, dude. An ability to add prongs to a hook.
BKK.
Yeah, of course they call it the silent chaser.
Silent Chaser.
Yeah, this trouble was
What is it?
so sick.
Ned head.
Oh my God. All right, cut. That's a wrap. Oh my God.
I've been waiting for this.
Have you now?
No.
Okay.
So, you're gonna get them without the guard. We got them with the guard. We got them in all those sizes that you love. But the one thing about it is, I mean, it's a hardcore hook.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that light wire hook. It actually looks like it's gonna fish really well. It's not super thick, but you can tell that it's hard. It's hardcore.
How many
Right.
packs did you buy already?
Almost all of them.
Yeah, I figured you would.
Yeah.
Clean us out.
So that's some of the offerings we have at BKK. Look in the BKK section if anything is there that you've been looking for, but you needed like a heavier version of it. We have it. So check those out. Also with BKK, we have a very limited supply of hats and BKK bracelets. Our first 30 customers, when you order BKK stuff, we're gonna add a hat or a bracelet in
Oh,
there, so
sick.
you will get a free gift,
Hell yeah.
promotional item from BKK. Thank you to them for doing that for us. That's BKK. All right, guys, one of you guys' favorite lines, the Zalts is back, and I got it in everything.
Big way.
Yeah, I got it in everything. Okay, guys, I got it in your Bass Hard mono, Bass Hard fluorocarbon. So this Bass Hard is going to be like your hard line, your abrasion resistant. It's going to be a little bit harder. It's not going to be as supple, right? So if you like a more supple line with a little bit of stretch, you're going to go with the black.
Oh.
All right, so I got it in fluorocarbon here. I got it in mono here. All right, and then I have the Zalts Bass Hard 8-strand braid.
Oh, sick.
All right, this is brand new to us. Not today, but we got it in the shop 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It was brand new to us. We got a restock and some sizes on that. So if you've tried it out and you like it, it's a very cool braid. It's a rigid braid. So if you're throwing a frog or throwing it through like cover or grass or anything like that, it's gonna cut that grass. It's gonna cut through the cover really well. It's a lot better than like a soft braid.
Yeah.
So give it a try. Your favorite, Jeff?
Oh boy.
Lucky
More deep.
Nope. Lucky Craft is here.
More colors and things.
So we're gonna do a restock in some colors. All right, French Pearl OB.
Okay.
This is a color
I like that
Lucky
color.
Craft introduced just a few months ago.
Good color.
People are loving it. French Pearl OB is obviously just an amazing color. This is a color that Ben worked on to get them
That's
to
in
make.
the pointer 100 and pointer 67.
Yep, 78.
78.
Yeah, pointer 78, pointer 100. Restock on that right there. We got some Sammys back in.
Ooh.
Your CF Flake Chartreuse Gill, or
sick.
Chartreuse Shad, and your CF Ghost Golden Black Shad.
Those are sick.
Right. So the CF is all the colors that have that insert in there.
Yeah, that one's dope.
It gives it a little shake, gives it a little bit of extra flash. The Sammy is a great bait. A lot of people love throwing it.
It's classic.
It catches a lot of fish. Got a little bit of a rattle in there. Nothing crazy. It's got a really smooth head down, head up walk to it. One thing about the Sammy that I've learned is that you can actually skip it.
Huh?
Yeah, it's not gonna be like, but if you need to get under something, it will skip under. Like you get one long skip.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's sick.
It'll bounce off the top of the water.
Holy
it does
crap.
it really well.
Oh, that's a video we need to make.
Yeah. So I like to throw it at the river underneath trees.
Oh, that's sick.
Skip it down there. and then it'll just shoot in there. So that's that. 9 out of 10 times it just goes in a tree. It goes like this, it goes boing.
But it does skip.
But it skips. All right, guys, I got 4 new colors coming to you in 4 baits. All right.
Okay.
So this is the LC.3 all chartreuse black crawl, all spring crawl, all Japan crawl, and all brown crawl. All right. Super small.
Crawl colors.
Yeah. Super small LC right there. We got it in the 0.3. We're gonna bring them to you in the 1.0.
1.0.
In the 1.0.
Yep. Yep.
All right. The fat CBB Magic 2.2. So all those colors. And that one, this one is a shop favorite.
Yeah.
In these slender shad shaped crankbaits. And now in crawl colors. All those colors will come in the LC 0.5.
0.5 as well.
All right.
Is it the D?
Yeah, 0.5 DD.
DD.
So this is going to be 0.5 size with a deep diving lip.
Yep. Yep.
And what they mean when they say DD is 3 feet. All right. Everybody knows that the LC is a very shallow diving crankbait.
Very.
So to get one this small to get to 3 feet is pretty cool. So it's got that longer, wider lip on there, more rounded out. And then the 0.5 regular with a 2-foot dive rate and all those colors. There you go. That's Lucky Crap. All right, guys. So we haven't had these in the shop in a long time.
Oh my God! Whoa.
Yeah. So from Deps, the Evoke 120. All right. We had just recently had the 150 in shop, restocked on those, but now we're restocking in the 120.
Rare.
Yeah. If you've loved the 150, it's just a smaller version of it.
I like that size the best. I think that size is really good.
It gets eaten, dude.
Yeah.
And all the fish can eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So all your favorite colors are back in stock there. Slither and Buster K back in stock. All right, most colors have been restocked in Slither and Buster K. One of our best-selling frogs out here, super sick. Remember, the Buster has the rattle in it.
Yep.
Slither doesn't.
Yep.
Okay, so this would be your popping style. This would be your sliding, gliding style frog right there. All right, guys. 3-inch and 3.8-inch bull flats have been restocked. All colors are in. If you've been waiting for a certain color, there you go. Those are in. Sakamata shads in all sizes.
Yep.
So your 4-inch, your 5-inch, your 6-inch. So these are just going to be your standard Sakamatas.
Okay.
Not every color is restocked, but some of our favorites have come back to us. So they're not going to be the heavyweights. These are going to be your standard Sakamatas. And 3.5 and 4-inch cover scats. All right.
The legend.
They are in stock, most colors. Remember, this is the bait that everyone is saying is not available in the U.S., but obviously you know that it is.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. This is the they hate us because they ain't us bait right here. From Zappu, we have restock in hooks. The Zappu blading pile driver, weighted swim bait hook with the blade on it. Super cool hook. Keeps fish pinned really well. So the RPZ system hook right here is essentially going to be a bellows hook with a harness on there that's going to allow you to add a weight. So if you love using the jig rig, this one right here will allow you to add your own weight to it. So you don't have to just do however it's rigged, right? And it's an easy, quick snap on, off on there. It's not a split ring that you have to take off and on. It's a quick snap on there. Pretty solid hook, light wire on that.
Yeah.
If you're a jig rig guy or Jika rig guy, that's a good system right there. Yep. And then the bellows hook.
The classic.
Right? So everybody knows in this
Fan
shop
favorite.
we all run an Infinity hook, right? But the bellows hook is identical to the Infinity, except for it's a thicker gauge wire on it. When you need to get thicker, when you're doing heavier stuff, that bellows hook.
That's the deal.
Yeah, it's the deal. If you just need a small hook, but you need to add a little bit of weight, just upsize to a bellows hook,
And you're good to go.
Yeah, super cool hook. Back from Duo. All right, we're about to get into deep cranking season. All right, so the G87. This is the 20A. This is gonna be your 20-foot diver.
On 16.
Yeah, on 16 pound. Remember, guys, when we get these in, they go fast. All right, so if you've been waiting for them, I would jump on them. We didn't get every color. We got some colors. So make sure that if you've been waiting on something or you just want to try a decently affordable deep crank, this is a good one to start.
Really
Catches
good one.
a ton of fish. People love them.
The quality is insane.
Yeah, good quality. Anything made at Duo is going to be made right.
Yeah.
So there's that. And we restocked all the sizes and most colors in the spin bait. All right.
My favorite.
Or spy bait. Jeff has been teaching me how to throw a spy bait.
Teaching's a strong word.
We are trying to learn this.
Thank you.
Uh,
The spy bait can be a fun one.
yeah.
When they're on it, it's a really fun bait to fish because it's something that not a whole lot of guys are fishing.
Yeah.
But there's definitely very specific timings when to throw it.
Yeah.
You have to know that the fish are in the area that you're fishing, and they need to be not super juiced, but they still need to want to chase something.
Yeah.
That is what I found. So it's a very specific window for the spy bait, but there's definitely those days when you can tell, like, oh, the fish are following my bait, but they're not committing. They're staying lower in the water column. The spy bait normally comes into play for me when that stuff happens, when I notice stuff like that.
Oh, sick.
So, like, I'm
So
getting
you're looking
follows
for
on-
signs.
There's definitely signs if I'm like, no, there's like a point or a nice grass spot or whatever. I've pulled fish from it with like a glide bait, but they're kind of following it, not super hot. Then I can go back with the spy bait and I can catch those fish. There was summers ago where I'd be out on, you know, Lake Pleasant. I'd pull up on different areas with the glide bait. I'd pull followers. I'd, you know, let the spot chill for a little bit, pick up the spy bait, cast out, and catch that fish that followed my bait.
Oh, sick.
So there was definitely a lot of times when having the spy bait on the deck was actually really, really clutch.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we went out, we threw the spy bait, we caught fish all day.
you know, just a tough bite. Just
yeah.
wasn't on.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy.
No.
I mean, we didn't catch the right species.
No.
But we caught fish. So we know that fish will target and
Yeah.
eat it,
Yeah.
right? So I want to talk about this size 100. So this is a bigger spy bait. A lot of guys don't like throwing spinning reels or spinning rods. This one is 5/8 of an ounce.
Yeah.
It's
heavy.
heavy.
Full size.
It's gonna cast
Really, really well.
far. You're gonna be able to work it really slow.
Yep.
And then the cool thing about the spy bait is once you lock it into that section of the column,
It stays there.
It stays there. It doesn't go like this. It doesn't go like that. You have to find that perfect cadence in your reel, and it'll just stay there.
Yeah.
So it's a cool little bait. And then when it falls, it always shimmies.
It'll shimmy.
It's never
Yeah.
just not doing anything.
Yeah. There's always something going on with it.
Yeah. So there you go. Spy bait. All right, guys. You guys know that we have the Takalo Otaku punch skirt.
Yep.
It's been a favorite in the punch skirt section for our store. This is that punch skirt where all the skirts float. Got the line tie in the middle there. Today we're introducing 3 new colors. So this is going to be Electric June Bug.
It's a crazy color.
Yeah, it's bright. It's out there. I like it. Oxblood Red Flake,
That one's dope.
right? And then your classic California 420.
There it is.
Right? Everybody knows what that color looks like. It's a classic color in fishing. There you go. If you've been looking for some new skirts, plus I restocked all the other colors.
Oh, nice.
So everything is in. If you're looking for a skirt that's going to give you a little bit more body, it's going to float, it's going to move around in the water when it's sitting still. There you go. All right. Restocking some Raid items. All right. So the level minnow is back. All the good colors are back in stock right now. I got the level minnow. This is a longer jerkbait, longer, skinnier jerkbait. Has a super sick darting action on it. It's a 125 millimeter half ounce. Right, they made it longer, but it's still in that standard jerkbait weight. Right, it's
a popular one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It catches fish really good.
Yeah.
It moves a lot. All right, so there's that. This is gonna get into that for 4 to 7 foot range. If you need to go deeper, I definitely have it in a plus or an MR. All right, so that's going to get you about 3 feet deeper on that, but the weight and the length is the same on it.
Yeah.
Action will be identical, just a little bit deeper in the water column. The Egu chunk from Raid is back. All right, you got the 4-inch, you got the 3.5-inch, and the 3-inch.
All sizes.
All right, all sizes in the Egu chunk are back. All right, there's a big debate in the shop right now. What is the best bait for a free rig?
Okay.
Right, and everybody knows the classic Doe Live Beaver.
Right.
So I think the 3-inch Egu chunk is going to give it a run for its money.
There's no
Yes.
Really?
Someone told me this.
Okay.
So I went out, I just brought Egu chunks, and I smashed them. Dude.
Wow.
So I didn't compare it against, you know, the King,
Yeah.
the Doe Live Beaver.
But you were impressed with it.
I was very impressed with it. I didn't try the other sizes.
Mm.
Obviously, they probably work just the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the bigger sizes are better for jig trailers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like flipping, punching, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this one right here on a free rig has
Is
been
legit.
doing work. So
Huh.
there's that. All right, guys. There's another item that has been requested a lot is to bring in Raid bags.
Okay.
Right, and we have done it. We brought in 4 Raid bags, 3 of them which are wearables, and 1 of them is going to be a pouch.
Hmm.
All right, so they're all going to be your hip style bags with the big Raid logo on it.
It's a sick bag.
Dude, this bag is dope.
That one's sick.
So this one's it's big,
Yes.
but it's not going to carry 4 or 5 different boxes on there.
Hmm.
It's going to be your perfect bank angler's bag.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Yeah.
it fits right in the small of your back really well. It does it well, and then it has this sick Raid logo. Feel the material.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
super
nice.
sturdy, right?
Very.
Yeah, it's weather resistant.
Yep.
It's gonna last a while. It's like it feels like a duffel bag that I used to carry
Very.
around in
Yeah.
the army. Like super hardcore on that. It's got this Velcro here, and it comes with a patch already. You can switch your patches out. Patches are, I don't know why. Patches are cool. Like people love patches. I don't know what it is, where it came from, but they're dope. So you want to put some patches on
Boom.
there. There you go. All right, I got a smaller hip bag right there. This one's just gonna be an open pouch. It's gonna have a couple small little things in here. To put things, you can put your hooks, little small packages in there, 1 or 2 boxes in there, and wear it. I got one of these to put my battery packs in.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my kayak.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna, instead of putting my GoPro charger in my pocket,
Oh,
I just
put
stick
it
it
in
in
there.
there
That's
and run
smart.
constant power,
That's good.
and it'll sit right here in the front
Yep.
and not get in the way.
That's sick.
And again, it's made out of that canvas that's just, it's thick.
Thick.
Yeah. All right. And then we got a messenger bag.
Messenger bag. Okay.
Right. So this one sits in between the Deps messenger bag
Yep.
and the OSP messenger bag.
Okay.
If you thought one was too small and the other one was too big, this one's gonna sit you right in between.
Hmm.
All right. Not a ton of bells and whistles. The OSP one is got a ton of stuff going on with it. Got your little compartment in there. Got this here to flatten out the bottom. All right. Magnetic. It's magnetic here,
Well,
so there's no clip to
interesting.
deal with. And then also you have your top entry
Oh, nice.
right there. Super cool bags. These are probably the thickest bags I've felt. They feel like they're gonna last forever.
Yeah. The quality's really nice. on
Yeah,
it.
they're really,
They thought
really
about
nice.
it for sure.
Yeah. Well, for a bunch of guys that do nothing but fish off the bank,
Yeah.
I mean,
Makes sense.
yeah, it makes a lot of sense. This one is pretty nice. Super nice strap on there. It's padded. Velcro to take it off if you want to take it off to clean it or whatever you want to do. There you go. Raid bags. All right, guys. I got 3 new offerings from Shimano.
Shimano.
All right. I have the X-Pride 7.6 medium light.
Ooh.
All right. So this is going to be
That's my
like
spy
your
bait
hair
rod.
jig rod, your
Uh-huh.
spy bait rod. All right. A lot of people love the X-Pride. Did I say X-Prides first?
I think you did.
Oh, X Pride platform, and then the X Pride B is just they've just improved an already good platform on there.
It's a nice rod.
7.6 medium light,
I've
very
always
light.
liked X Pride.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a sick rod.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's dirty.
it's a little bit faster than some of the ones we're used to.
Yeah, it's a nice rod.
Yeah, it's a good one, dude. All right, staying in spinning, we have a 610 medium. That's gonna be your drop shot rod. Nose hook drop shot. It's gonna get you a nice parabolic bend on the end, so you're not snapping hook sets. You're just gonna lean into them like that. And same thing, pretty nice. And then a lot of people have been asking us to bring this rod, or asking us when this rod is coming in, and it's here. It's the 6.8 light BFS from X Pride. All right, again, it's going to be a little bit faster than our normal BFS rod, but it's shorter. So we know Shimano loves those taller BFS rods. They like the 7.2. All right, and anything under a 7 foot is usually glass, and this one is not. So it's going to be a full graphite, full BFS rod in stock now, and this is from the U.S. market. It's not going to be from the JDM market like the other BFS rods that we had. So this will become more available to us. All right, guys, one more thing to talk about. So we have introduced a trade-in rod program. All right, so for the last few years, we've been taking trade-ins, returns on rods that people either they didn't like the rod, they wanted to upgrade their rod, and the rod was still in pretty good condition. They got it somewhere else and was brand new, but they wanted to trade it in. So we have been taking these rods for a long time. Back in the day, we had a trade-in program where we sold the rods on eBay, or we would offer them up every once in a while. But now we're just gonna put them on the website. They're gonna get a 1 through 10 rating, right? So a 9, like a 10 rating is brand new, nothing wrong with it. It's just a rod that didn't belong to us at first. A 9 is still gonna be an unused rod, but you know, it's gonna be missing tags. It's not gonna have the sleeves with it. It's just gonna be something that someone brought in because they didn't want it, and then the ratings will go down from there. So all these rods I have in my hand are 9 ratings.
Okay.
Right, so you'll see on the website, like, this is an eliminator.
Clean. Looks brand new to me.
It's never been used. Right, so you're not going to get the destroy your sleeve with it, but you can tell there was a little bit of wear here, probably from when they had it in a rod rack or something like that.
Yeah.
But the rod's never been used.
Yeah.
Right, so here's an eliminator. I mean, I got all kinds of rods.
Oh, Loomis.
NRX 854, right?
Ooh.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new, bro. And it's gonna come heavily discounted.
Yeah.
Like deep discount. The infamous 110 stick.
Oh wow.
This one, someone cut the tag off of it. It's just been, they brought it in. I mean, it's still got the.
It's still got the plastic on it.
Still got the plastic on it.
Jesus.
Yeah, heavily discounted on there, right? And then here's an Adrena, 610 medium Adrena, super sick rod. If you've been looking for a rod, not sure you really want to pull the trigger, like $500, $600 rod, right now is your chance. You're gonna get the option to buy barely or never used rods, deeply discounted. All right, so jump on that. It's gonna be on the home page of the website. You'll find the link on there. Jeff will also put a link in the description for everything we have down here. And that is all I have for today, Jeff.
That's it, huh?
I feel like I've used all my talking time.
Yes.
But we had a little bit of extra stuff today. That explanation.
It was all good stuff, I'd say.
All good stuff.
You know what I mean?
So.
Especially the Ned hooks.
Ned hooks.
That was number one for sure.
Yeah, definitely Ned hooks. And the 0 gauge drop shot hooks.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 takeaways from me.
Yes. There we go. All right, guys. If you have any questions, just drop them on the bottom. Someone will get to you. Ben is out of country again, so it might take him a second to get to you, but I will definitely be watching once I get off the water. And then
you're allergic to fishing. You talked about going fishing and you started sneezing.
Yeah. And then I just want to say thank you. All right. So on behalf of everybody here at the Hookup, Ben, Jeff, myself, everybody here, thank you for your business. Thank you for watching. Have a great Sunday.